virtual mailbox is, consider it like an online dashboard where you can log in and view your mail in one place. So for example, you get a piece of mail, let's say credit card bill, and you can log into your dashboard. It's an online platform. You log in, you can click on the item, you can view it online. If you need to download it as a PDF, you just click download as a PDF. It's basically like your normal mailbox, but instead of you receiving that mail physically at your home address or at your office or your workplace, it comes into a central mail center location, and then our team opens your mail, we scan it, we upload it into your dashboard, and then you can read and view everything there. We also do a lot of things like, for example, we automatically filter out obvious junk mail. For example, you get like the sweepstakes offer or magazine subscriptions or the zero interest credit card offers. In the event that you receive something you want to receive physically into your mailbox, let's say a new credit card or a new debit card or an Amazon package or something like that. We receive it, we scan that item in, you can see it, and then for digital nomads, full-time RVers, full-time travelers, or anybody really like with a virtual business that works remotely, you can forward it to you anywhere in the world. So let's say you get a new credit card in the mail, you can actually just click on it, hit forward, enter in your forwarding address and forward it wherever you want in the world. You get different shipping options. You can choose whatever the variety of options UPS offers you or the Postal Service. So you can forward your mail anywhere in the world. So basically, virtual mailbox is a place for you to receive mail, read it online if that's all you want to do, is read it as a digital document, or physically receive it. I travel a lot. I live between 3 different countries, so it's very inconvenient for me to have one mailbox in one place and get all my mail there because I'm rarely in one place. So for me, when I receive my mail into the dashboard, I think I have 12 personal addresses or something like that. And so I just click to forward to one of my 12 addresses where I can like physically receive it. Like I said, a new credit card or that sort of thing. If you choose to use a virtual mailbox service provider, you're actually giving us permission as your commercial mail receiving agent to open and scan your mail. We're authorized by the USPS to open your mail for you on your behalf. Really, anybody can use a virtual mailbox. I'm really big on privacy. Like, I don't believe you should ever expose your home address to anything ever under any circumstance. I don't think you should have your home address on your driver's license. I don't think you should ever send a piece of mail to the place where you go to sleep at night, ever, under any circumstance, ever. Even if you don't use a virtual mailbox, at a minimum, you should go out and find a mail center near to where you live, like a UPS store or a Mailboxes store, or at worst case scenario, just like a post office box. But you should never, ever receive a piece of mail or a document or an Amazon package or any e-commerce, or you should never receive it at your home address for privacy reasons, because your information, once you submit your home address to things like, for example, your credit card, once you give them your home address, let's say you have a Chase credit card and you give them your home address for your account statement, that information is aggregated with all the credit reporting agencies, and people can access that information and find your home address. People can look up your home address based on if you own your own property, for example, like if you own it in your own name, which you should never do that either, but that's a whole different discussion about asset protection. But they can look up and see, okay, you own this property, therefore you probably live there, so they can find your home address. These are things you don't want for privacy reasons. So a lot of people that are really adamant about privacy like to use virtual mailboxes for this purpose because they don't expose their personal information to things that can be available publicly. That's one reason if you are serious about privacy. Another is if you are a digital nomad or location independent, you do any type of freelance job, or a remote worker, you work remotely and you travel a bit. Being a digital nomad obviously is a huge trend over the past few years. Now they can see where they can live and work in other countries and continue to maintain their job or run their business. And these people very much need a digital mailing solution like a virtual mailbox, because when you're traveling, you need to have some consistent address for things like banking and your driver's license, because, for example, you walk into Bank of America and say, I want to open an account. And they say, where do you live? And you say, I don't really live anywhere. I travel all the time. I'm a digital nomad and I'm proud of being a digital nomad. And I live in Mexico part of the year, and then I live in Croatia part of the year, and then I live in Canada part of the year. And you try to tell your banker that, and they say, yeah, no thanks, we don't want your business. Because it's hard for them to understand your lifestyle because you're not in their box, so to speak. And so having a virtual mailbox gives you a consistent address to use for all of those things, all those banking systems or governmental systems or social systems that require you to have some geographical connection. Like full-time RVers are another common demographic that uses virtual mailboxes. People live full-time in RVs, especially in North America. It's quite common for people to live full-time. They just have an RV, sometimes a really nice RVs, and they live a month or two here, a month or two there. Same thing, they need to have a consistent location to connect to their banking and their driver's licenses and credit card accounts, car insurance, vehicle registrations, and really anybody who's a traveler, anybody who is location independent. These are all like valid demographics for people who would use a virtual mailbox.